it to Central Park, my favorite place. It rained the past few days. I really just want to like journal outside, so I need something to sit on. Last weekend it was like 75 degrees. Literally every single person was out in Central Park. I actually could not find a place to sit, so I'm actually kind of glad that it's overcast and a little bit gloomy so that I can get some short form stuff filmed, talk out loud to the camera without feeling like totally crazy. Also just have it be a little bit more quiet. It's been about an hour and a half, I want to say. It's 4:30 now, and I think I got here around 3 p.m. So that's actually not bad timing, because when I've come to Central Park and drawn outside before, it's honestly taken me like 3 hours. This is my March monthly Little Things journal page, and for this version, I just have the month at the top, then 4 little squares to doodle out just literally anything from your camera roll, and then a little space in between to write out a paragraph about how you felt. This version of the journal page is so much faster to do, and I feel like it's a really good way to actually hold myself accountable for reflecting, because I cannot believe it's already April. I literally say that every single month, but that is actually mind-blowing just because March for me had so many big changes, because I not only moved apartments, but I also started a new job. I also went to Taiwan with my dad, and I also was in LA. I have just been figuring out like what I want to do with everything. It's so nice that it's warm and it's kind of overcast, which is honestly kind of pleasant. I love my little solo dates. I love my alone time. I love being able to make something, even though I basically was just kind of drawing outside and hanging out in Central Park. I was able to make a journal page. I also did a little short form, and thank you so much for being here if you're watching. Basically, my goal is to just inspire you to make things in your free time, spend time with yourself, create something that you've always wanted to create, and then just see what happens. My lens is so close. Everyone is out taking pictures of this cherry blossom tree. Good morning, it's Thursday. Also, my bathroom lighting is atrocious, but this is the reality of it. So I actually started a new job this week. I still am trying to figure out exactly what is going on, because it's a lot of content. It is in the AI space. That is something that I have wanted to get into for a while. I also have experience doing finance. Now I get to do kind of like a hybrid, using my knowledge of what I learned from working in finance, in sales and trading, with AI. It turns out that when you're on a product team doing AI, you have to get really deep with the technicals. Once you start throwing yourself into it and talking to the quants and engineers, you realize how much you don't know. Anyways, I feel like I've perfected my very, very quick, very light makeup routine. I just tidied up a tiny bit because my apartment is so messy. I also have to go to the subway soon. I don't know how it is still so cold in New York City. I don't even like know what to wear. Also, my apartment, the lighting is this way, but the living room, no, actually, maybe that's kind of cute. All right, here's my outfit for the office. I got these Vince leather flats from Nordstrom. I think I still have to work on breaking them in. I needed to put in these heel pads. But otherwise, like, I love a pointed toe flat. I have tried the box flat, but they're just not quite the same. This is the best Ralph Lauren coat. I throw it on with everything. I actually got this black sweater from Gap. This is also a silk skirt from Vince. The Vince shoes as well. Crashed while I was editing this Adobe Premiere Pro project, which is very concerning. I'm gonna go to the Apple store today after I work out, take it on the chin and buy a new Mac because my current one is from 2018 and apparently the chip, it's all so outdated. The new M3 and M4 chips, apparently it's like really good for video editing and processing. Now the files that I'm using are so heavy because I have a camera that is in 4K and I'm just doing more and more projects. The performance is just like really concerning. I don't know, I just want a faster computer. I just feel like the lag is not normal at this point. Besides that, I have spent this morning editing a little bit because I've been so behind. I've been staying at the office not too late. By the time I get to the gym and get home, it's like 8:30 p.m. and then I have to make dinner, and then I'm really trying to be better with sleep hygiene. So I'm trying to not look at screens too much before bed so I don't end up editing, because once I get into this workflow, it just does something to my brain. I'm like on, and then I end up spending an hour or more doing it. So I really need to be mindful of that during the week in the evenings. I end up doing everything on the weekend, but that's okay because it's like a weekend passion project. I got my new laptop. Wow, finally. Long overdue, but I will say that was painful spending. Let me see how much it was actually and I'll tell you. I'm very excited for the new model because it is gonna be such an insane upgrade from my current one from 2018. I can do a side-by-side of the specs, but it was just a little painful. It was a little painful. Okay, so the total of the laptop. The subtotal was $3,999. The tax was $354.91, which brings us to the grand total of $4,353.91. That is a lot of money to spend on a computer. However, for the work that I do on my own on the side, I really needed a really large memory. I needed a lot of hardware storage, and I also needed a good GPU. So now might be a good time to just have a little tech talk. When you're buying a new model, particularly Macs, because they are just so expensive, make sure that you really understand what you need to use it for. I also, by the way, ran my use case through ChatGPT. So I said, hey, ChatGPT, this is what I currently use. This is the model of my Mac. These are the specs. I'm thinking of getting a new laptop. For the work that I do, what do you recommend? I also told it how much memory I had left, and it was like, wow, having only 4 gigabytes of hardware on your laptop is dangerous. And it italicized dangerous, and I was like, okay. Honestly, it was helpful to reassure myself that I wasn't going crazy. My laptop is not fit. It's not suitable for this like really heavy software. I don't think that every single person needs to jump to the highest model. Actually, there was one more level above it that had more memory. An extra $500 was, oh my God, wait, you know what's crazy? They charged me oh my God. I accidentally bought the top of the line laptop model. What the hell? Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, as I was reading the receipt, I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be $34.99, but I paid $39.99. I'm gonna open the bag and see that the laptop actually checks and that it's the same as what I paid for. Interesting. I'm gonna double check this like after I finish this little tech talk. I really would not recommend if you do not use any sort of heavy editing software. Like I use the entire suite of Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe Photoshop, which now has AI capabilities. So it's like a kind of heavier program than it used to be. Adobe Premiere Pro, which has always been a very heavy program. It also now has some AI capabilities, which is amazing, and I can't wait to play around with it. But again, heavy software. It takes your computer a lot of work to work with these programs, and that is just Photoshop and Premiere Pro, which are my 2 primary ones that I use. There's also Adobe After Effects for animations, which I have not touched in a really long time. I haven't used After Effects since grad school. Honestly, maybe I haven't because I knew that my MacBook, the 13-inch from 2018, couldn't even handle it. One more thing that I want to say is, again, like I bought it because I do video editing. So like if you're watching this YouTube video now, hopefully I have edited it on my new laptop, whichever one I hopefully correctly purchased. But I did want to share that I actually was able to buy this laptop and spend that much money Well, listen, one, I could already afford it. I have a good corporate job. I work in product strategy. The space that I'm in is AI. Yeah, like I could already afford it with my corporate job, but I really like the notion of investing in yourself, and I've like tried to do that. So when I was in grad school, actually at Carnegie Mellon, I was posting videos and I was keeping up with my social media, and I got a couple of brand deals to make some videos. Like I worked with Motorola, they paid me several $1,000s and I was able to buy myself an iPad. With the iPad, I started freelancing graphic design. I bought the Adobe Cloud software, used it on my iPad that I bought with my social media money, and then I started using my iPad to get graphic design freelance clients. So similarly for this laptop, I'll just say it, I got paid $8,000 to make videos on social media for a brand that I was so excited to work with. I'm so happy with how they turned out. I think they're so cute. It just is such a great feeling when you create something that you're proud of. So a portion of that I'm using to upgrade my laptop, because that workflow is what got me paid an additional amount of money. You just need to invest in yourself, and if you want to get better at something that you think you could make money from, I would say like don't hold back on the tools to get you there. That's just my 2 cents. Now I really need to get lunch, but it's so gloomy outside. Okay, so this is the upgraded MacBook Pro that was about $4,000. So at least I didn't accidentally pay for more and then it was the wrong model. M4 Max chip, 48 gigabytes of memory, 1 terabyte of storage, 16 core CPU, 40 core GPU, 16.2 inches. So that all is correct. Okay, let's unbox it. Wow, beautiful. I love the black silver color. Okay. But of course they switch up the charging cable on us yet again. That's okay, I guess. I'm like way too excited about this computer. So happy. Well, let's connect it first. This data transfer process is gonna take forever, and of course my MacBook Pro, the old one, the 13-inch, I'm turning it on right now. I had my Samsung SSD drive plugged in. It's still plugged in. Oh shit. Let me unplug it before it's... Okay, well, this is like the most important thing that I have because it has all my footage. So the one thing that I did not know before I started making videos and doing this in my free time that I think needs to be talked about more is how much storage, organization, and memory and what hardware you're using matters so much. It can change your workflow. There are so many things that go into it. Even little things like the camera memory cards. 8 gigabytes is literally nothing. I have one, it's not here on me, it's in my camera, but oh wait, I'm filming on it. I think it's like 128 gigabytes. So yeah, little things like that add up. Like you need to make sure that you have the right equipment and adapters, like this little guy too for my memory cards for uploading footage to my computer. So things like that. Okay, let's hope that this doesn't take forever and we'll be back. So I waited for my computer to load and I ran some errands. The weather was so just gloomy outside. I know we are so close to turning the corner, but it's been like this for a while in New York. If you know, you know. I was just playing around with my MacBook Pro on Adobe Premiere Pro, like I talked about earlier, just having a computer that can actually handle the program. Wow, it is such a game changer. I'm not returning the laptop. I'm gonna keep this updated model just because, I mean, I already paid for it and now that I'm using it, it's so fast. I knew that there was something wrong when I was editing my footage and Adobe kept just basically sputtering every time that I would move a clip or try to add a new clip or even trim something. Now it is so seamless and I just want my work to stay like this forever. It's so much more smooth. But that is basically a wrap for today. I'm gonna just watch Top Chef. Thank God there's a new season. I love that show. It's like my nighttime treat. Now I have to wait another week until there's a new episode because I'm caught up. Yeah, I just am gonna watch Top Chef and organize and then call it a night. Good morning. It's a very overcast day in New York City again. I feel like that is actually helpful because now I can just edit these videos inside and not feel too guilty about it. I just finished editing my Taiwan video, which I'm actually so proud of. I made this animation in the beginning where the text reveals. I'm honestly way too proud of it. After I wrap up some editing, I need to run some errands in downtown Manhattan. I actually have so many random things I have to do today. Well, not random, they're just chores. I'm gonna drop off my laundry, which I have to remember to bring cash for. I also need a new pair of leggings from Lululemon. I just need to like brainstorm what videos I wanna make because it's so hard balancing constantly producing content when I have so many other things to do. That's kind of part of the reason why I wanted to start doing long form YouTube, because at least I could capture more things that are going on in day-to-day life versus feeling the need to like constantly create basically, you know, journal pages, works of art, whatever it is that I have focused on putting out. I just kind of want to be a little bit more expansive. Let's go. Made it down to Tribeca, and I forgot that I had to go pick up my painting from my art class that I finished last month. I really hope it's still there. Because I got all my errands done. I went all the way to Tribeca, got my painting. Then I went to Nordstrom in the West Village. I also dropped off laundry earlier and I was gonna go for a run, but I think I have to table that because it's really misting. This is the first time in 2 months that I have actually gotten my hands on a carton of eggs in New York. I found that this is the best no added sugar granola, Cascadian Farm. When I do want something sweet, I go with the Purely Elizabeth. Of course, tart cherry juice with sparkling water at the end of the evening. Cooking is very relaxing because it engages all 5 of the senses. I also try not to listen to music because sometimes I just like the ambient noise of the city. Hearing, looking around, feeling the produce. It's good for now. I need to make the rest of my dinner before I end up spending 4 hours doing it. Now I'm gonna start on the chicken. Look at how cute my mom is. She gave me this little handwritten recipe. I'm literally referencing what she wrote again. Wow, I'm actually so proud of myself for getting all of that cooking done. I did not know if that was gonna happen, if I was gonna be super lazy tonight. I also have this leftover rice, and so I'm gonna do a quick stir fry. Then the chicken will be ready with the rice. I also have some fresh cilantro. Oh my God, this better be good. Here's a quick little update. So this is my painting that I got from my art class that I finished. So I went all the way down to Tribeca today to pick it up. I took my 6-week oil painting class at the New York Academy of Art. It's in Tribeca. I absolutely loved it. The space is so cool. The full-time students there, and I think the MFA students, like their work is out of this world. It's so incredible. It was just really inspiring being in the building, walking around, seeing what they paint, because if you don't already know, or if maybe you found me from my art on TikTok or Instagram. I just love doing art, painting, drawing. I've been doing a lot of journaling content, which has been fun, but I always like need to be creating something basically. It's really more because I just love making things and I love video editing, like sitting down in front of my computer doing editing on Adobe Premiere Pro, thinking about the graphic design for things. It's just honestly my obsession. Anyways, this is the painting. I think it's cute. Forgot I also have frozen green peas. Is it too late to add them in? I already started cooking the onion. This is definitely not the prettiest dinner ever. I'm fully aware, but I'm honestly so proud of myself. And that is my goal for the rest of this year, to just feel more proud of myself for little things that I accomplish versus putting a ton of pressure on myself for these like huge milestones or whatever that's like hard to measure. And that's enough for me for tonight on this very rainy evening. Now I have a ton of food to bring to the office because I really hate buying lunch out, especially during the week, because it just adds up so much. Oh my God, wow, that chicken is like off the bone. Amazing. Dinner was so good. I still can't get over that. Cooking content might be in the future for me, but TBD. This is an update of what I got from Nordstrom that I picked up. I love Rag & Bone jeans. I just can't resist. I just feel like they're so well made, and that's another thing that I'm trying to implement. If you couldn't tell, this year is a big year of implementing kind of like little changes that I want to carry out that I think will make a big difference. So one of those is really buying high quality garments instead of just whatever. I got the Shea high rise full length relaxed straight. These are the jeans. Hold it up to the camera. But these are the jeans. They're so cute. I'm a big fan of the Rag & Bone just tag on the back because it's an actual piece of leather. It's not just like something printed on. I got these Veronica Beard trousers tailored. I really wanted a nice pair of trousers, again, for the office, but I could also wear these trousers to other semi-formal things that I sometimes go to. Okay, but these are the jeans. Oh my God, no, not jeans, trousers from Veronica Beard. I really like her brand's items as well. Super expensive, like extraordinarily expensive, where to the point where it just baffles me. Like I don't understand. That's not to say that I won't participate in buying it. Sometimes I feel like I have my shopping habits figured out. Other times I'm like, why did I drop an insane amount of money on this? They literally fit perfectly. I just had to get them hemmed. I think that this pocket cut out here is so nice. Anyways, these two garments I think are just a part of my collection of high quality, will last a very long time, and versatile. I hope that my rambling was somewhat interesting, I guess, but I'm going to sign off for the rest of the evening, relax, and watch Top Chef, my favorite show. I am so glad that it's back. It's just so incredible how skilled they are at that. Anyways.